We need Kong. And this child. She's the only one he'll communicate with.
So what exactly does Supernova mean, and why is everyone suddenly talking about it again? With new updates about the MonsterVerse dropping almost every week, it's easy to forget what the title Godzilla X Kong Supernova might actually be hinting at. That's why this breakdown dives into what the title could really mean, the theories it's fueling, and how new production details might just confirm one of the most popular villain speculations out there. The sequel to Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire finally has its official title, and even though it's just one word, it packs a serious punch. Legendary revealed the name Godzilla X Kong Supernova, along with a quick teaser showing the film is already in production, building hype for its 2027 release. The cast list has been filling up with some big names, and even though the teaser doesn't spill any plot details, it's enough to get fans buzzing because it signals that the MonsterVerse is far from over. Now, if you've been following this franchise, you probably know that each subtitle in the MonsterVerse usually hints at what's going on beneath all that monster-sized chaos. The New Empire referred to Scar King's obsession with ruling both the Hollow Earth and the surface world by freezing everything under his control. King of the Monsters was about Godzilla reclaiming his throne as Earth's Alpha Titan after taking down Ghidorah. So naturally, fans are wondering, what could Supernova mean for this next story? At first glance, Supernova doesn't seem to tie directly to any monster we've seen before. There's no kaiju named Supernova in Toho's history, and neither Godzilla nor Kong has ever had powers that fit that name. Sure, some people are guessing it could refer to Godzilla unlocking an even more extreme form of his nuclear abilities, maybe something like a supernova pulse, but the way this universe has been built so far, that doesn't seem very likely. Instead, it feels like the title is pointing towards something bigger, literally beyond Earth. If you break down what the word actually means, a supernova is the massive explosion that happens when a star dies. It's incredibly bright and powerful, releasing unimaginable energy before collapsing into either a neutron star or a black hole. That alone gives a pretty big clue. The title could be signaling that the next movie takes the MonsterVerse beyond our planet. Maybe not full-blown space travel, but possibly an extraterrestrial threat making its way to Earth. It wouldn't even be that strange in this universe because we've already had one alien titan before, Ghidorah. He wasn't just some ancient creature from Earth, he was literally from another world, which explains why he tried to terraform our planet to suit his kind. So if Supernova hints at something cosmic, we might be about to meet another outer space monster, something even deadlier. And if you've watched enough of the classic Toho films, one name probably jumps to mind immediately: Space Godzilla. Out of all the space origin monsters, he fits the word supernova the best. His backstory in the original movies explains that some of Godzilla's cells got launched into space, either through Mothra or the death of Biolante, and eventually drifted into a black hole. From there, they combined with cosmic energy and crystalline organisms to create Space Godzilla, a terrifying doppelganger with insane powers. That's why the Supernova title feels like a huge nod toward him. After all, if a supernova leads to the formation of a black hole, it perfectly ties into how Space Godzilla was born. The MonsterVerse hasn't yet shown a way for Godzilla's DNA to reach space, so if they are introducing Space Godzilla, they'll probably tweak the origin story. But even then, he fits too well thematically to ignore. There are, of course, other space monsters from Toho history that could make an appearance, like Gigan, Hedorah, or Orga, but none of them have the same direct link to stars, energy, or black holes. That's why Space Godzilla stands out as the most logical and exciting candidate. If he does appear, that would automatically shift the story's focus back toward Godzilla. While Kong has been more of the central figure in the last couple of movies, especially in The New Empire, Space Godzilla is way too powerful for Kong to handle alone. His energy manipulation, telekinetic abilities, and sheer destructive force make him one of the strongest enemies Godzilla's ever faced. So it makes sense that this movie would give Godzilla the spotlight again, with Kong possibly teaming up for support rather than leading the charge. But there's another angle that the word supernova could point toward: death. Remember, a supernova happens when a star reaches the end of its life and explodes. That could mean the title is hinting at a major loss coming to the MonsterVerse, possibly the death of one of the main titans. It's a dark idea, but it actually fits with where the story could go next. If Space Godzilla is introduced, the stakes have to be higher than ever. He's not just another monster, he's potentially a mirror of Godzilla himself, amplified by cosmic power. In the old movies, Godzilla only managed to beat him with help from a robot ally named Moguera. So if the MonsterVerse version brings him in, it wouldn't be surprising if one of the Titans doesn't make it out alive. Godzilla, for instance, is ancient. The last of his kind, he's already been through countless battles, and some fans think the series might eventually set up his successor, maybe even introduce a younger Godzilla, similar to how Toho once introduced Little Godzilla. That could make Supernova a symbolic passing of the torch, representing the old giving way to the new. On the other hand, Kong could be the one in danger. His story arc has already explored his origins, crowned him King of Hollow Earth, and even hinted at his legacy through his son. So a heroic death, especially if it happens during an epic battle against a cosmic threat, could give his story an emotional send-off and raise the emotional stakes in a big way. No matter who the title refers to, it's clear that Supernova is setting up the MonsterVerse's most dramatic and possibly darkest chapter yet. Now, there's also a real-world production clue that seems to strengthen this Space Godzilla theory. The movie has been filming across several major global locations: Mexico City, Mumbai, London, and notably Moab, Utah. That last location might seem random, but it's actually a big deal for MonsterVerse fans because it directly connects to Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, the Apple TV Plus series that expanded the universe's lore. In that show, there's an episode where Monarch scientists detect readings from something called the Vile Vortices, portals between the surface and the Hollow Earth. The Utah outpost is where these readings were first logged by Dr. Barnes, who noticed radiation levels similar to those found only in pulsars, essentially supermassive black holes in space. If you connect the dots, that discovery could easily tie into the concept of a cosmic energy source or a gateway that allows a space creature to reach Earth. So by filming in the same Utah location, Supernova could be directly picking up that thread from the show. It might even explain how a monster like Space Godzilla finds its way to Earth, bridging the Hollow Earth and outer space in a single narrative move. That connection not only strengthens the theory of a space-based villain, but also makes the MonsterVerse feel more unified, pulling the film and streaming series together in one shared storyline. And if that's the case, Supernova isn't just a cool title, it's a signal that the MonsterVerse is expanding in scale, both literally and thematically. We're moving from hidden tunnels and ancient titans to cosmic forces that could threaten the planet itself. It's the kind of evolution that keeps a franchise like this fresh because it opens the door to new visuals, new stakes, and new ways to explore these legendary monsters. So to sum it up, Godzilla X Kong Supernova could mean a few big things. It might tease the rise of Space Godzilla, a powerful cosmic enemy born from black hole energy. It could symbolize a major titan's death, marking the end of an era for either Godzilla or Kong. And it might even show how Monarch's research into Hollow Earth connects to something much larger out in the universe. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.